Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you are enjoying this show, you can also check out the Premiere Boys Podcast, hosted by myself, Aaron Keatok Sands, the Star Rider Rod, and Long Live Chief Mighty Mal, where we discuss everything that's going on in the culture, from love, relationships, music, sex, politics, and many more. We can make you laugh, but the show could get a little raunchy, and it may not be for everybody. But if you are curious to listen to the Premier Boy podcast, you can tune in to the Premier Boy podcast every Wednesdays at 12 a.m. or all podcast platforms, a part of the Premier Powerverse Network. Other shows that you can check out on the Premier Powerverse Network is King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron King Talk Sands every Friday at 12 p.m. Star Time Podcast hosted by the Star Rider Rod every Monday at 12 p.m. And Welcome to the Trilogy hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mel every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Listen and support every show in the Premier Powerverse, including this show, Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, who is also a part of the Premier Powerverse Network. Thank you for listening to this message and check out the show. Chill! You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 9. Chill! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, one fourth of the Premier Boys Podcast, your host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Welcome to another new episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. And on this episode, we have a special guest. She is a podcast host. She is the host of Reminiscing and Chords. She is also a poet, and we're going to talk to her about music, a podcast show, and many more. This was a really cool conversation. I can't wait for y'all to hear this episode. And y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
I am Jimmy Ryan Star, and you are listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, it's time for Mr. Gentleman Facts, quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, anything is possible when you push your mind into it. And I know I said this many times, but I feel like I have to remind y'all, if it's anything that you really want to do, just go out there and do it, because anything is possible when you push your mind into it. Don't mind what everybody else say about it. As long as you believe that something could happen, it will happen. And that is today, Mr. Gentleman Facts, quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Off Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Rider Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
My name is Dainty, host of Reminiscence and Chords, Music and Memory. You're now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got my special guest. She is a podcast host. She has a podcast show called Reminiscing and Chords. And she is also a poet. We got Dainty in the building. Miss Dainty, how are you doing?
Hey, Ken. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me on your podcast. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing good. And thank you for, coming on the show, having listened to your show. And I've been enjoying this stuff.
Thank you.
We're going to dive more into that. But first thing first, I'm going to ask you, where are you from? Let's start with that.
Well, I live in Canada right now, but I'm originally from England, but I grew up in Nigeria. So I carry a bit of both worlds with me.
Oh, that's dope. Wow, that is dope. I kind of had a feeling about, you were from England because I heard the accent a little bit.
Oh,
I heard your show,
okay.
But that's dope. That's really dope, though. That's really dope.
Thank you.
So now I'm actually some icebreaker questions. So
okay,
so how would you describe yourself with 3 words?
just 3 words.
Yeah.
Let me think about that. I'll say authentic, creative, and expressive.
Okay, those are good picks.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you see my what I create, my show, and all that, and I like being I like to express myself. So I'll say those 3 things, and I'm true to myself, authentic. Yeah,
That's really good. I like that.
Mm.
That's good. What is one thing you like to do for fun?
What I like to do for fun.
Yes.
I love, if I'm not creating, I love dancing. I can dance for hours as long as the DJ is good, the music is good, and it's flowing. I can dance 5 hours nonstop, and I'm not even joking. So yeah, that's
That's dope, and I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
why. Why do you believe me?
I don't know. I can tell you got so much energy. I can tell you do a lot of things. So I definitely believe you.
Yeah.
And what is in your household right now? It could be an album, a song, or even a podcast. What are you listening to right now?
Right now, I'm listening to different things. It depends on my mood. But right now, the last thing I listened to on my drive home was "Hail Mary" by Tupac.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Classic, definitely.
Yes, I love my classic music.
Yeah. Well, I think you already answered one of the question, but we're gonna say that. We're gonna say that for later. But before
Yeah.
but before we get on to that,
Yeah.
let's talk about your beginning of life. So, how was you growing up?
Well, I grew up in a pretty traditional African home, where discipline was everything. But because I would always question things like, say, for example, elders are right even though they're wrong. I was seen as a rebel because I'm always asking questions and challenging what they feel like it's norm. But aside from that, I studied mathematics and statistics in university. But after a month into it, I knew this wasn't for me. But of course, like I said, growing up in an African home, you can't, once you start something, you have to finish it because your parents are paying your tuition fees and all that. But then my university had a radio station, and I started to do radio gigs on school's radio station here and there. I think that's where my creative journey really began. So,
Nice, nice,
yeah. Mhm.
nice. And we're gonna dive more into your creative journey because that's really dope. I want to hear more about that. But how all that you've been through made you the person that you are today?
Uh, uh, it's actually made me resilient and self-aware. Growing up that way taught me discipline, but also the value of questioning things, finding my own truth instead of following what's expected, what's norm. Like, no, I want to question, I want to find my own truth. I'm not just going to follow the crowd, right? And I lost my mom at a young age, and losing her at that very young age made me see the life, made me see life with more empathy. Although that did not start early on, because I was always having to fight for myself, constantly misunderstood, and always on the defensive, right? But over time, though, I started to open up, really listen, and to connect. So the balance between strength and empathy is what shapes how I create and tell stories today.
And birthday first, sorry about your mother,
Oh,
and
thank you.
and shout to you. Just continue to kill it, everything that you do. And,
Mm-hmm.
and keep doing what you gotta do. Shout out to you. And we know you got the podcast show Reminiscing and Chords. But
Yeah.
before we get into
Hmm.
that,
Yeah.
what inspired you to start a podcast?
Uh yeah, like, remember I said I started doing radio gigs when I was in university, right? Even after university I worked on different radio stations, and I felt like, okay, I love presenting, I love talking, I like producing as well. So I created my own online radio where I had so I had a team working with me, but I had to archive it when I was moving to Canada because I don't know what I was gonna do here, and I didn't know people that would want to work on radio, online radio. So I was starting a new life, so I had to archive it. Um, so I've always enjoyed presenting, connecting with people. Yeah.
But tell us about your podcast show Reminiscing and Chords,
Hmm.
and tell us about the idea, the origin story, and
Hmm.
what made you want to do a music related podcast show?
Ah, yes. Good question. Oh, I love. Uh, I think saying I love is an understatement. I deeply, I love music deeply. I have ears for it and all that. But it wasn't so much about the music, right? Um, I love presenting, right? And for years I put behind me the radio, whatever I'm working. I'm like, yeah, I just want to get money. I don't want to do radio, whatever. But earlier this year, I was having dinner with a friend, and we're just talking about music. We're comparing old music and new music. I'm like, I love old songs and whatnot. And um, I think we were mentioning artists or whatnot, and we mentioned a song, and I could remember everything that happened, in the past with just that song. Like, it brought back memory. And then I said, "Oh, what if there is a show where, um, about memory tied to music, right?" I just said it in passing. It wasn't something serious, but on on my drive home, it kept nagging me. I mean, I'll have ideas, and then like, I'm tired of having ideas and just writing them down, whatever. I got home, he was still nagging me. I said, so I picked up my pen, picked up my paper, wrote down the ideas, and said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask a few people, you know, do you have songs that remind you of something? Like if you listen to a song right now that will remind you of something that's happened in the past or whatnot. And everyone that I asked, six or more people said, oh yeah, of course. Oh, a lot of stories, a lot of songs and all that. There I knew I had to do it. So like, okay, there are podcasts now. I don't have to, go through the hassle of on archiving my radio station and whatnot. I started to create. I was collating stories from people. I have my own stories. I have music and stories. So I got stories and music from people, and that's how it started. And I'm enjoying it actually. Like I've read people's stories, like strangers that I don't even know, their stories, and I'm like, some will heal me, some will make me cry. It's fun. I've learned a lot too. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing it.
And that's dope. And I ain't gonna hold you. I discovered your show on Threads.
Oh
It was on Threads.
I think that's yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, okay. 'Cause I remember
Uh-huh.
people posted like put the podcast show and you post yours. I'm like, you know what? Let me check this out because
Yes.
always support podcasters. So I want
Uh-huh.
to check this out, and I enjoy listening to your show. Because
Oh, thank you.
one thing I do love music too, and
Oh
music
yeah.
play big part of my life. Well, clearly you see the both of Michael Jackson in the back. So yeah, see, music play a big
Yeah.
part of my life, and also I used to do music back in the day. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Rap
yeah,
or sing? Do you
um,
rap or do you sing?
me more sing, but more was a songwriter, more of a
Okay.
songwriter. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Nice. I mean, I like to write things too, create. I love writing. I love writing, like putting words together. That's my thing.
yeah. But like I said, I've been enjoying your show and keep killing it. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Hey, I'm killing it. Ah.
So if my audience wanted to listen to your show, where can they listen to your show?
Oh, you can listen to it on any podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube. Yes, any podcast platform.
All right, there you go.
Hmm.
So as a podcaster, what have been your biggest challenge? And what is something that you love about doing podcasts?
What's something that I love doing?
Yeah, what have been your biggest challenges?
Um, okay, let me start with challenge. Hmm. And it's not really a challenge, but because I'm not doing it full time, I wish, I have more time to put in it, right?
Yeah.
I work full time, I create, I write poetry, design sunglasses, and so on. So
Mm,
having more time to invest in it is something that I'm trying to work on. Yeah. Because I don't want to record after a long day,
yeah, for you.
because after a long day my voice is probably cracking, or I mean sometimes the cracked voice is needed. Maybe I want to change my tone for a particular part of the podcast. So but I do always want to be relaxed and all that, and I'm busy doing a whole lot of things, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's the challenge. That's why I said it's not really a challenge.
Yeah.
And what I love about podcasting, everything. I mean, I like editing the list, but I still enjoy it. I love recording. I love producing the entire show because I actually learned how to produce when I used to work on one of the radio stations. I learned how to produce shows. So I enjoy producing the entire show, creating ideas for sound. Or should I put sound here? Because unfortunately, I cannot play the music on my podcast unless I have the license for the songs.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
I
have
know.
to be creative, put sounds, maybe put the intro a little bit. I just wanted to flow. So I enjoy doing that, and I also enjoy reading people's stories. Man, I and I love listening to the songs that bring these memories back. Once I see the music and the story, I go back to listen to the songs, and sometimes I know the songs, and I just enjoy, listening to the song. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this song, and I've learned new songs through doing this show. So, oh, I never knew about this song. Oh, it sounds good. So yeah, I love everything about podcast.
That is dope. That's dope. And I gotta send you my story.
Oh
So
yeah, you
I think it should.
better send
Yeah,
me one or two.
I got you. I got you. I got you. But
Yeah.
you also mentioned that you're a poet. So tell us,
Yes.
like, when you started writing poetry, and what age did you start writing it?
Ah, I think since I was a kid, not poetry per se. So I can't remember the age exactly, but I've always loved to scribble words on papers. Let me tell you this fun fact. In junior high school, I looked at a magazine and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna create something like that. So I got a notebook and created my own magazine. I put news section, um, lyric section. If you know, like back in the day, right, the way we learned lyrics to music was through, reading, finding them in magazines, or
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was, so it's not like what we have today, right? I
No.
put puzzles too, um like Sudoku, because I love playing Sudoku. I'm very good at it. I put other puzzles too. So creating things have been my thing since I was young. But for poetry proper, I think I started to feel aware about it and write, say, 8 years ago.
Mm,
And my inspiration came from all the feelings, that I bottled up in regarding things that have happened to me, or that I
yeah.
see happening around. In fact, I started writing a book, but I was not.
Wow.
I think I finished the book. I even also I had someone, you know, what do they call them? When you finish writing, someone to you send them the manuscript, they go through it, edit it, give you
Like,
feedback, whatnot. But I just wasn't
yeah,
feeling it. I'm like, I don't think I'm passing the message the way that I want it to be received, right? So it wasn't
yeah.
coming. I'm a Virgo. I like perfection. So I'm like, what?
Oh,
Put that aside. So I decided to put words down in poetry way.
mm. And I go, that's dope. And I like a lot. I used to do poetry myself.
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah, actually in junior high school, actually. Oddly enough,
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
because I remember I wrote a song, and
Uh huh.
my very first song, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about that song. It was terrible. It was terrible. But next thing you know, I was in eighth grade class, and my teacher took about poetry, and I just started writing poems, and I didn't realize how good I was at it, but I was really good at it after a while. And
Uh
writing
huh.
po- writing poetry helped me write songs later, like better songs later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it was like a good stepping stone. So,
You want to share some with me?
uh, uh, it's very. I gotta find the book. It's a long time ago since I wrote it. A long time ago.
There was
But,
actually I joined a poetry forum. I think that's what it's even called, even where
mm,
you can, post your poems and all that. Yeah, I used to do that before, but now adulting. Oh God.
yeah, yeah, I know. I mean, maybe one day I get back into it, but yeah, it was a long time ago since I did poetry. And
Yeah.
also, I could relate to being a perfectionist. Even though I'm not a Virgo though, I'm a Taurus, but but I could
Oh,
relate to I could relate to being a perfectionist. I got perfection moments as well. So
yeah.
so you do talk about music in your show, and I love music too. So I'm actually starting this question real quick.
Okay.
So my first question is, what is your favorite era of music?
What else? 90s, 2000s,
Mm,
early 2000s.
mm.
A little bit of 80s, but R&B, 90s, 2000s. Yes, that's it.
Nice, 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 nice.
And you?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I kind of relate to the same thing. I like 2000s, I like 90s, 80s,
Mhm.
70s, Motown.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mainly R&B, but yeah, a little,
Yeah.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
rock. But for some reason, Something about the '80s though. Something about the '80s. Like I love the '80s, like heavy,
Oh,
and I love
okay.
the '90s, of course. But the '80s, though, I don't know. '80s something different to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And how do you feel about the current music scene compared to the old school music scene?
Ah. Hmm. Hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. Okay.
I know, I know, I know, I
Okay.
know.
Let me put it this way. I'm going to put it this way. I appreciate today's music for how creative and experimental it is. It feels like a wave. It's fast, ever changing, full of energy too.
Mm,
But I miss when songs used to really say something.
yes,
Old
yes.
school music carried, stories and emotions. It felt lived in, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do, I do,
I
I do.
I and I'm not saying some of the new music, some of the new songs don't have that energy, but I'm just saying it's different.
Yeah, yeah.
So I still find myself drawn to that raw, timeless feeling old school songs carry. And I think that's why I do what I do, bringing that reflective side of music back into conversation.
and and that's good. And I go with you. I agree with you on that. You know,
Hmm.
when you listen to an old school song, you could tell by the emotion they feeling
Yeah.
that they really tell the truth. While
Uh-huh.
the new school, and I don't feel like it's that much passion. Maybe
Thank you.
a very few artists,
Very few, very
very few
few.
artists.
Remember when we used to have R&B music videos where
Yes,
they're like
yes,
in the rain,
yes, yes,
begging at the girl's door at night, that kind of feeling.
yes,
And
yes,
songs had bridges then, bridges, hook, whatever. It went on for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes,
yeah,
but
yes,
now
yes,
it's like 2 minutes. And there's some songs that are so good. I'm like, no, it should be more than 2 minutes.
yeah, yes.
Gosh, yeah. So see, a lot of difference, and yeah. Mm,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. A lot of songs these days 2 minutes with no bridge.
thank you.
They pretty much set it up for TikTok, basically. You know,
What did you say?
they set it up for TikTok. They make TikTok music, basically.
That's funny. I
But
heard you, but I wanted to be sure that was what I heard.
you heard clear. You heard clear. But also with the old school, when an album where somebody laying down,
Yes, yes.
you know they're about to kill it. You know they're about
Yeah.
to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know, or coming with the acapella first before the instruments and all.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I miss old. That's what I listen to most of the time.
No, me
Anyway,
too.
so
Me too. And but I gotta say, like some news, like I said, some new school artists is killing it. You know, one artist I like right now, Leon Thomas. He makes some
oh
good R.
yeah,
He makes some good R&B. Yeah.
uh, I want to listen to him actually because you know how when you're listening to music on Spotify and
Yeah.
it just goes into, I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're singing to me now, but I need time to actually listen to the whole album and pick and choose.
Mhm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He just put out an EP like
Oh, okay.
recently.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, and I heard it, and it gave old school flavor. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he bring back R&B. And of course,
Okay.
a few other artists have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
I'll have to
R&B.
check him out.
Yeah, you definitely check them out. I feel like R&B been the only thing that haven't really changed. Slowly, they're slowly
Mm.
getting back to it. Slowly getting back to it.
Yes, I think so too. Like I,
Yeah,
I think I've been noticing um the R&B changing,
yeah,
back to what it used to be.
yeah.
But we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will chill. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm more honestly. I've been listening to mainly new school R&B and pop. Honestly, because pop been
Like
killing it
who?
too.
Like
To
who?
for
Who?
pop, for pop. I mean
No.
pop R&B.
Mm-mm. Is that a name?
No, no, no. That's about R&B and pop.
Oh, R&B and pop. Oh, okay. Because my question was, you said you've been listening to R&B. I'm like, new R&B. So I'm like, for example, aside from
Oh,
Leon.
oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, when you said pop, I'm like, I don't know that name.
No, well, if we talk about R&B artists, Coco Jones is dope.
Okay.
Scissor's too cool. Who else? There's a couple of people I can't think from the top of my head right. Oh, Daniel Caesar. He just came out with a new album.
Uh
Um,
huh.
couple of people. It's a couple of
I'll
dude.
check them out. I
It,
always have people. Someone has to tell me about the new music. Like, check
yeah,
it out. Then I check it out,
yeah.
and I'm like, but I still go back to my old songs.
I mean, of course, we go back to the old song, of course. That's never gonna
No,
change. That's never gonna
yeah, but
change.
if I find one or two good ones, I just add it to my playlist.
Yeah, yeah, I do the same thing. I
Yeah.
do the same thing. But
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm loving this conversation about music, and I'm gonna bring it back on a future episode with the gentleman like the podcast on my spinner show, a conversation about music, where we talk more about
Okay.
music. Where we talk more about music. I'm gonna say it here. I'll bring you back for a future episode of
Okay.
on my spinner show. So we gonna talk more about music.
You better.
I got you. I got you. I got you. but but we're gonna switch gears a little bit. And
Okay.
one thing I like to talk about my show
Hmm.
to a lot of my guests, especially like in recent guests, is mental
Hmm.
health. So I want to ask
Mm.
you why is mental health important, and
Hmm.
what challenges have you been dealing with mental health?
Ooh.
I
Hmm.
know, I know,
God
I
damn
know.
it. Can I say that on the show? Sorry. Oh man, that's a big one. So mental health is important because it's as simple as it's real, regardless of whatever some people might say, like, oh, say for example, you tell some people you're depressed or you're suicidal or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, go read your Bible,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
sleep, go do that. No, it's actually real because it's how we see ourselves, it's how
Mm,
we show up in the world, and how we connect with others. A lot of people are walking around carrying things they've never said out loud,
mm,
especially in cultures where you're taught to just get on with it, like get on with it, quote unquote. When I
mm,
come to you and say, I'm going through stuff, I don't want you to tell me get on with it, do this or whatnot. So talking about mental health breaks that silence.
mm.
It reminds us that we're not alone, and that
Yeah.
healing isn't weakness. It's not weakness. It's awareness. That's how
Mm,
I see it. And I know and I believe that once you're aware of something, that's the beginning. Once you're aware about this, that's the beginning of a healing journey.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you. And I do that with mental health. From
Hmm.
anxiety, depression, and stuff like that. So, and I wanted to like ask all my guests this because it's very important to talk about because we all dealing with it in some kind of way, and some don't,
Right.
and some don't talk, don't some go to do it in silence. So I wanted
Yes.
to, and I wanted to brought, I always ask my guests that and just share
Oh, I
their,
think you asked me about the biggest challenge that for me, right?
yeah.
So for me, it was learning how to slow down and actually feel what I feel, you
Mm,
know, because I got used to staying strong.
mm,
You got to be strong, you got to be a
yeah.
strong woman. No, I don't want to be strong all the time.
I
you
get it.
know
Yeah.
i I got used to staying strong instead of being honest with myself. So on learning that, letting myself rest, asking for help, or just be has
Yeah.
been the hardest, but also the most freeing part
Mm,
for me.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I definitely say thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And and yeah, like I said, very important. And we just gotta just,
Be
just
honest with ourselves, like,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank
if
you.
I'm going through something, I'm going through it. Don't minimize what I'm going. Don't tell me go drink water or do something. Yeah, and like I said, most of, I don't want to say most of us, because
Mm.
I say things out loud, but I'm saying there's still a lot of people out there that are just walking around carrying things they've never said out loud.
Yeah, yeah.
And talking about it is, it just breaks the silence, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And people need to understand, the supposedly strong people, they need to understand that healing isn't weakness. Talking about it isn't weakness. Admitting that we're going through this, we're not alone. You're not alone. I'm not
Yeah.
alone. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I said, thank you for sharing that. And we just gotta take it one
Mm-hmm.
day. We just gotta take it one day at a time. One day at a
Right.
time,
Mm-hmm.
and it will get better. So once again, thank you for
Yeah,
sharing that.
hopefully.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thank you for sharing that. But
Yeah.
let's switch gears a little bit. Let's switch gears a little bit.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we're getting so serious now. Care.
so so what other project that you got going on that you have not spoke about yet?
Uh, well, I think I mentioned it that I designed sunglasses.
Mm.
Yeah. They're made of woods.
Oh,
That's Pardon?
that's dope. No, that's dope. Yeah. So tell us more
Yeah.
about that. Tell us more about that.
Okay. Like I said, I like to create. I don't know. I like fashion too, right? I think I started in 2018. I can't
Mm.
remember. I think so. 28. Yeah, I believe it was 2018. I knew I wanted to do something, with fashion. I always, when I'm talking on the phone or talking with someone, I like to hold a pen and paper. Say I'm at work and I'm on the phone and someone is talking to me. I just find myself, kind of drawing, sketching or whatnot. I don't really know how to draw. That was how that started. And I love sunglasses too. And when I want to do something, I want it to be unique. I'm like, yeah, sunglasses, whatever. Unless it can be manufactured with a different material. Then I found out that you can actually have wooden sunglasses, which was not common at the time. I don't even know how common it is now.
Mm.
So yeah, that's how it started. I'll just sketch how I want it to look like and send it to a friend that can actually draw here and there. I think I'm on my fifth design. Um, I have two designs left. Other designs are sold out.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, right. I always do them in small quantities because, like I said, I'm doing a whole lot of things. It's not like I have a store where, I mean, I aspire to be like, the big brands where I have stores where I have runway shows and all that, but I'm not there yet. So I'm cutting my coat according to my size. So yeah, yeah, that's one of it.
Nice, nice. And keep doing your thing. That's dope. That's dope.
Thank
And my
you.
and my guys want to order some. Where can they get them?
They can get it online. Dandy, that's Dandy, dainty.com.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. And what they have to say for anybody going the same route as you, say something inspirational from the podcast,
Ah,
being in fashion,
oh,
everything.
oh, okay. You know what? Let me pull something up that I usually like to read out to myself sometimes when I started. I think the things that I will say, if you feel called to it, it's for a reason.
Mm,
When I wanted to start the podcast, I felt like I didn't really I mean, I knew I was starting the podcast because of music and memory, right? I didn't know how impactful it was going to be. I remember when I had this episode about mothers. Oh my God, I had people texting me, oh, sharing their stories. Oh, I lost my mom to this and that. Oh, I cried listening to, because I broke down on that episode and I cried listening to this and that. And in the episode, I told people, you know, um, um, do not wait till until it's late before you show up for people that you know, friends, family, and all that. Cherish the time you have with your parents now, because I don't have that luxury. And people commenting and reaching out to me that, oh my gosh, this I called my parents as soon as I finished the episode. Yeah, there was another episode someone read, reminded him of the people he lost, and that is spectacular. It's I don't know what to use to, like, I'm actually making changes. I don't know. I'm inspiring people to do things. Whatever story I'm sharing is touching people's lives in a way, whatever, either it's reflection, either it's whatever. So I guess that's one of the reasons. So let's say I didn't do it. I mean, maybe they'll feel inspired from other things, but I'm so glad that I did it. So
And
whether it's podcasting, storytelling, creating, business, go for it. Whatever it is, you figure it out as you go. So the magic happens when you stop doubting yourself and start doing. And one other thing is, don't try to sound or be like anyone else.
mm,
Speak from where, see, these days, we don't we don't really want to remember or talk about things, but I would say speak from where it hurts, where it heals, where it's true. Because when you do that, the right people will find you when you're being yourself.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, be true to yourself.
yeah. And thank you for sharing that. And that was really good, inspiring, and
Mm-hmm.
funny. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dainty, before you go, we're gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna play a segment game. Two
Okay.
segment games. Two segment games.
Oh, God.
One of them is called Five Random Topics, and another one
Okay.
called the Face Off. The first one,
The face off.
the
Okay.
Face Off, yes. The first one
Mm-hmm.
we go through is five random topics. We ask you five random topics, and you give me a
Mm-hmm.
long or short response.
Oh,
I will
gosh.
I will also join in this as well. Are you
Mm-hmm.
ready? Are you ready?
No. Of course.
All right. I'll ask the first one. So, what are your goals? It could be a personal goal or it could be a pocket goal. Like, what is your goal for between this year, the end of this year, to next year?
Oh, darling. Um, hmm. I think I'll keep it to my podcast. My goals, one of my biggest goals is to I want to create a kind of space where people feel seen. Yeah.
Mm,
I want listeners to hear a story or and a song and think that's me. I felt that. I I would also I'm also looking to I'd like to host like an intimate event where people come together and share stories tied to music. Perhaps get to partner with musicians, writers, or even lifestyle brands that align with my aesthetic. Helping them tell emotional stories, perhaps through campaigns or creative direction.
that's a really good goal. Oh
Mhm.
wow.
Well, yeah, that's one of the goals, but yeah, I'll just keep it at that.
Oh, there you go. That's a good goal. That's a good goal. Um,
Yeah.
for me,
Hmm.
I'm gonna stick to one pocket goal as well. I mean, I already accomplished a lot of my goals already, but one goal that I have not do yet is
Yeah.
is to be nominated or win a pocket award. That's one.
Ooh, of
Yeah,
course. That's
yeah,
gonna
that's
happen.
yeah. Hopefully next year. Hopefully in 2026.
Yeah, you got this.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right.
Hmm.
So my next question is, what is your favorite food?
Hot rice with Still, it can be beef, chicken, fish with plantain. I know it's basic,
Mm.
but I mean, when I'm at home, yes, that's like my go-to. But aside from that, I love seafood.
Mm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay. That's good. I know for me, I mean, I eat a lot, so I like a lot of food. But if I had to say my
Oh,
favorite, if I had to say my favorite, it would be
yeah.
soul food, Caribbean food, and Thai
Oh,
food. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. I mean, I like Caribbean food too.
yeah.
Jerk chicken, rice and peas. That's my favorite.
Mine too. That mine too. Mine too.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
mine too. Actually, mine too. Actually. But
Mm-hmm.
plus, I'm half Asian, so yeah, I have Asian. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, what is your favorite biopic movie?
Biopic movie.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't think I watched those.
That, that you know about music. That should be one thing. Sure.
Oh, I think is Sparkle one? Do
No,
you
I
know
don't think.
Sparkle?
Yeah, no, yeah, I know it's Sparkle. I don't think. I don't think it's. I don't think it's a biopic.
Are you sure? The one with Whitney Houston? Or
I
is
don't.
it Bodyguard? I think it's Bodyguard. I'm trying to. Bodyguard is a biopic, yeah?
It is. Wait, it is a biopic. I gotta look that up. I
Isn't
don't know.
it about Whitney Houston?
I know Whitney Houston did had a biopic movie, but I don't. I never knew Bodyguard was. I gotta think about that. I
Well,
gotta
I
think.
don't pay attention to biopic because I love my thriller, crime.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Do you
So,
have
so,
one?
so you know what? Let me ask you this: what is your favorite movie? Let me ask you this: what's your favorite movie?
Ooh, oh my God. Do I have a favorite movie though? I love everything Denzel
Mm,
did.
okay.
Every Denzel's movie. But if I'm gonna pick one, hmm. I mean, I have a favorite TV show, but I like a lot of I don't think I have a particular. Oh man, that's a hard question because
I know.
I love a few, but let's just say any movie Denzel is in,
Mm,
I'm down to watch it over and over. Okay, Equalizers, I've watched them more than once, more than
okay.
twice. So yeah, movies like that. I mean, if it has Denzel, if it's crime, yeah. I don't have one particular one, but for TV show, 24 is my favorite. I've
Mm,
watched the 9 seasons 11 times. I know
oh,
I'm on the
oh,
11th. I know
11 times.
because
Oh wow.
yeah, I'm serious. I'm on the 11th time now. I think I'm on season 8. The reason is because most of the new shows are not as I don't know. I'm so used to old school, but then when you find the good shows now, they're just like 10 episodes or whatnot. But I still
Yeah,
find
yeah,
myself going back to that. I can tell you before I seen come on, I can say I can repeat the words back like, yeah, he's gonna do this, but I'm not tired of watching that show. So yeah.
yeah.
I know. It's crazy.
uh, I'm not gonna lie. Shows. I can't give you an answer for shows. There's a lot of shows to watch. I cannot even
Yeah,
give you an
but
answer.
what's maybe like three favorites of yours?
Shows.
Or
Shows.
movies?
I might could give you a movie. I got a couple of movies that I watched growing up. Of course, The Wiz, The Last
Mm-hmm.
Dragon, Who Framed
Mm-hmm.
Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if it talk about Denzel, favorite Denzel movie, I would say Training Day. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, Training
if we're
Day.
to talk about my favorite Denzel movie would be Man on Fire.
Mm,
Gosh, it was brutal in that one. Have you seen it? You
mm.
should see it.
I did see that a long time ago. I got to watch it again.
Yeah, I watched again I think last year. It's so good.
Yeah, but if I had to pick a favorite biopic movie,
Mm-hmm.
my top three, I would say Malcolm X.
Okay. I don't think I watched it.
That's a Denzel movie, by the way, too. That's another Denzel movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's true, but I don't
It's a long time ago.
Yeah. Now that
Yeah.
you mention it, I remember, but I don't think I watched it.
Also, the American Dream, the Jackson Five American Dream. There's a
Mm-mm.
Michael Jackson, Jackson Five, Bell pick when they was kids and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. And Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with it?
No,
With Angela Bassett.
I didn't watch those. I
Oh
mean, I
wow.
know about that one. It's like, okay, you're telling someone else's story. I don't care much for it. Like, I just want to watch something that is gonna make me want to sit at the edge of my chair. I'm sorry.
No, I get
I
it. I
can
get it.
read about them if I want to know about them.
True, true. You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Which old school artist you want to see a new album from?
Oh. Hmm. Let me see. Boys to Men. Ugh,
I'm not gonna lie. I actually agree with you on that.
thank you.
What's the
Yes.
man?
Yes. And
What's
it
the man?
has to be, I don't want them to come, trying to sound like the new school because I see some people trying to do that. Like,
Yeah,
no, stick to that old flavor. Yes,
I
I would
agree.
like to hear from them again. But I think they're going on tour with Tony Braxton
Yeah, New Edition.
next
Yeah,
year. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
A
New
new
Edition. Yeah,
edition. Yes.
yeah. They just announced it literally the other day,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be cool. They also got a documentary and biopic coming, I believe, next year. I
Okay.
believe.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
watch it. Because I like my time. So if I'm watching something, it has to be something that I love to watch, right?
I get it. Yeah,
I can
I
read
get
about them if I want to know.
it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But
Yeah.
but now we're gonna do
So what
the
about you?
I agree. I'm still Boyz II
Okay.
Men. I still Boyz II
Okay.
Men. I still Boyz II Men as well. Actually, that they
Yeah.
actually one of my
Group.
favorite groups. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we gonna play the second segment get called the face off, where it
Okay.
like
What's that about?
that's the Mr. Gentleman like the pocket version of verses, where I give you two artists and you get to pick which one is better in your opinion. I will
Oh
also
my God.
yeah.
That's tricky.
Yeah, I know, and I know. So I've asked you five verses. I've asked you five battles, and you pick
Okay.
which one would win.
Okay. Oh, you
So
mean if they
against each other,
compete?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
compete,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
All
Okay.
right, so the first one it's a triple threat match. I got
Uh-huh.
SWV versus
Uh-huh.
versus Destiny Child versus
Uh-huh.
TLC. Who you got?
Ooh. Look at me stuttering. Oh my God. I think, oh, okay. Am I being biased? Can I be biased?
I guess you
Can
could be
I?
biased. I guess you could be biased.
Okay. Well, I'll say, um, well, if we're being real, I'll say TLC,
Mm,
perhaps.
mm,
But I think in this, if we're being practical, can I say practical? I don't know, because if that should happen, I think if we're to vote, if people are to vote, I think Destiny's Child will win.
mm,
But according if I'm going according to my ears, what I like about music, I'll pick TLC.
mm. Okay, okay. I would actually agree with you. I would pick TLC.
Yeah.
I would pick
Oh.
TLC. I was more of a bigger fan of TLC, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Destiny Child as a group was cool, but I wasn't really big on their music. But I do also love FWB too. But I'm gonna go with the TLC.
Good. Yeah.
But if this wasn't really happening, I'm pretty sure Destiny Child probably would win. So you know,
It's right. Right.
right? So, yeah. All right, the next one I got is Boys to Men versus Jody C.
And
Versus Jody
Boys to
C.
Men. But I don't know. I mean, oh, this is good too. They're good too, but Boys to Men all day.
There you go. I agree with you. I got Boys to Men as well. That's
Good.
pretty.
I thought you
That's,
were gonna pick them. I'm like, what?
That's pretty obvious. Honestly, that's pretty obvious. I like Jodeci, but Boy to Men,
Exactly. Yeah. But
one of the
yeah.
greatest '90s boy groups. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this next one, it been having talk for years. It been having talk for years, and I think that
Sorry.
this should. I said this next one I'm about to ask you. They've been talking about this for years. I think this should let this happen in real
Mm-hmm.
time. Chris Brown versus Usher.
How dare you? How dare you? I can't pick. Okay, see, if we're talking old school, like, those are flavored songs, Usher, of course. Yes. And uh if you're talking new school, good new school, then Chris Brown.
Mm,
Now, those two, I don't really like going to concerts.
mm,
Reason being, most artists just come and lip sync to their songs or perform a little bit here and there. If I want to
yeah,
listen to your song, I can just put on my sound bar, play my Spotify or whatnot. But I want you to put on a show. I went to Usher's show last year, and hey, I enjoyed it. And I went because I'd seen past shows, the ones that happened in Vegas and all that. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
where I want to be. And it was so good, different. It wasn't expected. It wasn't like him coming to lip sync. He was dancing. There were people dancing, and there was my favorite part where the strippers were there. Hoo-hoo. You didn't hear that?
You get me.
Strippers doing the thing. It was so different. So that's and recently, of course, I've seen Chris Brown shows. Like, yes, it put on performance. That's good. So does it kind of? So I can't really pick. I'm sorry. Like, if I want to pick because of old school, I'll say Usher. New school, Chris Brown. I don't know. I can't pick. Well, let me say Usher then.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. Both is amazing artists. I'm a fan of both of them. And
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. So can you pick?
Ah,
Exactly. How
I mean, I mean,
dare
I mean,
you?
I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, I know it's hard, but if I had to pick,
Yeah,
I probably lean more to Usher. I probably lean
exactly.
more to
Yeah.
Usher. But I would say this now. Chris Brown would probably be a real close to winning. Now,
Oh, of
now,
course.
now.
Now, of course.
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
think he would win because
yeah,
now,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
And on top of that, it might could happen now because they made up now, and
Yeah.
Usher hop on his song.
Yeah.
Usher hopped on
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown's song recently,
Do,
so
do you like it?
I do. Yeah, I like Usher versatility. He killed
Yeah.
it. He killed
Yeah,
it.
you did. I don't know why some people don't like it. Or like, oh no, like, okay, whatever. It sounds good to me.
Yeah, he killed it. He killed it. He killed it.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, the next one I got is Joe versus
Oh.
Donald Jones versus, versus Case
Joe.
versus
Oh,
Case.
three? Ah, come on. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll stick with Joe, man, because I love more than one album from him, and he has like two albums, if not three, that I can just live without skipping a song. Unlike, I think that's why I'll pick Joe. But man, Case, ah, ah, who's the other one again?
Oh,
Who's the
say
second
again.
one? Who's the
Oh,
second one?
Donald Jones.
Oh, Donald Jones. Oh, how do you want it? Ooh, Joe. I'm sticking with Joe.
I
Yes.
I did
You?
go. Ah,
You
okay.
better not say
Okay, this
something.
this. Okay.
See?
I put myself in the pick on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Donald Jones. Only because of the simple fact I listen to more of his music.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say Donald Jones. I do like Joe. I saw Joe in concert like a couple years ago. Case is dope too, but I'm gonna say Donald Jones. Only because
Okay.
I listen more of his music.
Oh, okay. I think because I listen to Joe more, and Joe has this. Yeah, he's another person that I would like to see a new album from, but
Yeah.
he needs to stick to, because I listened to one of his recent album. I'm like, this doesn't sound like the old Joe. I want the old Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. And
Hmm.
the last one,
Yeah.
And D two ladies is on tour right now.
Okay.
Brandy
Oh,
or Monica, or Monica.
Brandy. I don't even need to think about it. That's my best female artist. Like her voice, her songs. Oh God. Yeah. No need to think about that one. Brandy.
Actually, the same. I've always been a Brandy fan. You know, growing up
Mm-hmm.
from the music, her shows, movies, everything she does. She's amazing voice. Monica dope too. I like Monica. Monica dope too. But
Yeah.
I, I listen
I
to
never
Brandy
I never really listened
more.
to Monica, but
Mm,
Brandy,
yeah,
yes. Yes.
yeah,
I love her.
yeah. I listen to
Her
Brandy.
voice.
Yeah, her voice is amazing. Yeah, her voice is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. I listen to Brandy music way more. So yeah,
Yeah, same.
so I'll go with Brandy as well. But Dainty, thank you for coming to the show. It was a fun conversation. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to bring you back on a
Thank
future
you for
episode of the
having
podcast.
me.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so much for having me. I had fun.
yes, yes. It was fun. Thank you. And before you go,
Yes.
drop your social media where everybody can reach you, and drop where they can see your show and everything that you do. This is your time.
Yes, this is my time to shine. Well, on my social media for my podcast is at Rem in Chords, like REMIN Chords, CHORDS. So at Rem in Chords. And if you have a story tied to a song, you can send me an email with the song and the story. Remingchords@gmail.com. My sunglasses, you can order one pair or two or more at dandydainty.com. Yes, that's it. Now.
There you go. And where everybody can see your show.
All right. Every podcast platform, everyone, from Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Amazon Podcast, iHeartRadio, any podcast platform. Also, it's on YouTube. So yeah.
There you go. And thank you again for checking out the latest episode, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Now, I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spinoff Series Thursdays. And Spinoff Series Thursday is the new home for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spinoff Series that brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Now, the Old School Show that featured myself and the star Roddy Rod is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the old school show with myself and the Star Righty Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Presents Spin-off Series Thursday, a conversation about music podcast every first Thursdays. The old school show with myself and the Star Righty Rod every fourth Thursdays, and Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into the latest episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank you to my special guest, Dainty, the host of Reminiscing and Chords podcast, for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing your story, for the fun conversation and everything. And thank you for coming on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And I can't wait to bring you back for a future episode of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And you can look out for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sunday for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays, where we have shows like a conversation about music podcast. New season is coming in 2026 every first Thursday at 12 p.m. Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Ms. Vanna B will be returning in 2026 every second Thursday at 12 p.m. The old school show with myself and the Star Righty Rod, new season 2026 and every fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. And the newest spin-off series Thursday show, the Top 20 Countdown Show, the series with myself and Jalen, will be premiering in November and every third Thursday at 12 p.m. Look out for our other newest spin-off series Thursday show, Date Night Talk Stories, coming in 2026. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Podchases. The more you reach, the more people know about Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, where we have all the audio version of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. We have the visual version of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast called Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV. And we have Mr. Gentleman Facts, quote of the day, every Monday. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. If you're going to be a guest on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email at kenypgent@gmail.com, or hit me up on social media, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. And we can set something up, guys. Do look for guests for season 9 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast and season 10 of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. You can also check me out on the Premier Voice Podcast with myself, Aaron Ketok Sands, the Star Righty Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mighty Mal. New season of the Premier Way Pocket coming in November. And every Wednesday, a part of the Premier Powerverse Network. Other shows you can check out on the Premier Powerverse Network is King Talk with Aaron Sands, hosted by Aaron. He took Sands. You can check out all episodes right now. Look out for his newest show, At the Hours with Aaron Sands, coming soon. You can also check out Star Time Podcast, hosted by the Star Rider Rod. You can check out all episodes right now. And also look out for Welcome to the Trilogy, hosted by Long Live the Chief Mighty Mel. New episodes coming real soon. Listen and support every show in the Premier Podverse Network. And at this time, the time for Mr. Gentleman, like the shout out, where we shout out every podcaster and we give them their flowers. And this week we got 4 new shows that we will be shouting out this week. And the first show that we will be shouting out is Solo in Seattle, hosted by Amanda. And Solo in Seattle is a podcast dive deep into family, relationship, marriage, divorce, sex, intimacy, and everything in between. And I thought I listened to the show pretty recent, and this is a really, really good show so far. She is very honest about her experiences that she's been dealing with her life, with her marriage, and everything. And this is a really good show. So check out Solo in Seattle. So far, this show is only on Spotify and YouTube, but check the show out. This is a really, really good show. Check it out. The next show we're going to talk about is Chasing Happy, the podcast, hosted by Priscilla. And Chasing Happy explores the myths and truth about the joy through storytelling, research, and honest reflection on what really takes on live a meaningful life. And this is a brand new show that we rebranded, where it used to be called Unexpected, which is now Chasing Happy, the podcast. And so far, you're enjoying the show. And keep doing your thing, Priscilla. By the way, Priscilla was on my show, season 7 of Mr. Gentleman Like That podcast. And I'm happy that she came back doing the podcast and rebranded her old podcast and bring up a new podcast. So congrats to you, Priscilla. And hopefully I can bring you back for a future episode of Mr. Gentleman Like That podcast. The next show we're going to talk about is On Competition, hosted by Yvonne. And On Competition is a unapologetic society and culture podcast where truth storytelling meet star powers. This show has been nominated for 11 Latin Podcast Awards from 2024 and 2025. And I thought I listened to the show, and the show is really dope. She did interview many guests. It talked about their journey and many more. So far, I enjoyed the show. And check out On Confidential. And the last show we're going to talk about is Lady Pitch Podcast, hosted by Haiti Baby. And this show dives into delightful blend of humor, unfiltered discussion on sexual, mental wellness, and dating. And this show, always been a fan of this show. I've been listening to the show for a minute. And she had, she talked about personal stuff. She talked about her personal life, and she had many different co-hosts that come on the show, discuss many topics. And this is a really, really cool, honest show, and I enjoyed the show as well. Check out the Lady Pitch Podcast, and check out the 4 shows that I mentioned for this week. Mr. Gentleman, like that shout out. Solo in Seattle, The Chasing Happy, the podcast, On Confidential, and the Lady Pitch Podcast. And that is this week, Mr. Gentleman, like that shout outs. And of course, add me on Good Podcast, Mr. Gentleman. You already know Good Podcast, the many independent podcasts that you can see what everybody listens to. We rate each other's shows, and we have the charts. And at the time, it's time for Mr. Gentleman like the achievement. We follow everything Mr. Gentleman like the podcast is doing. And since our episode was back last week, we are back on the charts. And for top 100 shows, on the normal chart, we are number 9 on the normal charts. And for indie chart, we're number 2. For Exciting Culture, we are number 2 on the normal chart. And we're number 1 on the indie charts. We've been number 1 for 6 days. For Personal Journal, we are number 1. We've been number 1 for 6 days. And once again, thank you everybody who continues to listen to Mr. Gentleman like the podcast on Good Pod. It really means a lot. And thank you for continuing to grow the show, not only on Good Pods, but on all podcast platforms. Really means a lot. Let's continue to grow, Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast. And of course, at the official website of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, where you can listen to all episodes of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast, all 257 episodes of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. You can check out every guest who's been on Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. All 83 guests have been on Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. That also include Dainty profile is not added to the website, so you can check out her profile. Every guest who's been on Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. You can watch every video of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. You can check out every guest appearance that I've been on. More guest appearances coming real soon, so look out for that. I am going on a Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast promo guest tour from now until the end of 2026. So, yeah, if you want me to come on your show to be a guest, hit me up and we can figure something out and we can make it happen. So look out for that. More guest appearances from Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, coming real soon. And check out the official merch store of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. www.mrgentlemanlikethatpodcaststore.dasher.com, where we had shirts, we had hoodies, which is now hoodie season, so this is a perfect time to get some hoodies. We had hats, we had mugs, and many more. Support the official merch store so we can upgrade your listening experiences. Also, you can buy me coffee as well on the website, so check that out as well. There's many ways to support Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast, whether it's through support with the merch or buy me coffee, or just by sharing, tell a friend, tell everybody. Really means a lot. Any support matters to me, so thank you. And of course, check out the official merch store of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. www.mrgentlemanlikethatpodcaststore.dasher.com, and check out the official website of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the latest episode of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. Really means a lot. Thank you. You can check out Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast every Sunday for the main series, every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays on all podcast platforms. Yeah. Next episode, we got a new episode next week where we got a returning guest, Janie, on the show, and we're going to talk about dating 101. What does that mean? We'll have to find out on the next episode of Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast. Have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
Check this out. My name is Twin Turbo B, and you're now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Let's get it.